It's that time of year again, football season. And not just any football, Steeler football. We're going to take a closer look today at some of the drills that the players do in order to get ready for the big game. We know that when they're in the gym, they're lifting heavy weights in order to build size and strength. But football players need more than just that. They need explosive hips. They need cutting ability and the agility to accelerate and decelerate quickly. So those are some of the things that we're going to be looking for today as we go through these drills. Make sure you have a lot of water. It's humid in the Berg, I can tell you that right now. So drink a lot of water. But before we can get started with the drills, we need to know how the human body moves. And the human body moves in 3 planes: the sagittal plane, the frontal plane, and the transverse plane. So we're going to go through some of those moves before the drills. Grab your water, grab a towel. We'll start with the sagittal plane because that's the one that we live in most of our lives, the sagittal plane, which is walking forward, walking backwards, biking, running. It's all in this linear direction. Running forward, running backwards. That's all in the sagittal plane. The frontal plane is moving side to side, laterally, and we'll see a lot of this in the game. And you want to keep your feet from touching each other as you're moving side to side. This is the frontal plane. Body moves forward, backwards, side to side. The transverse plane has us moving our upper body into the opposite direction of our lower body. Our body moves this way too. And you'll see that in the game when they go to catch a ball, their body's over here and then they catch it over the shoulder. So that's the transverse plane. We're going to do some drills and incorporate all those moves. First drill is called the T drill. I have 3 pegs set about 8 feet apart. And we're going to start in the center. We're going to walk backwards and walk forward. We're going to walk through this first. We're going to squat, touch. Make sure your knees behind the toes, over your feet. We're going to step sideways. And we're going to squat and touch with the outside hand. Come back up. All the way over. Squat and touch, all the way back to center, touch, walk it back. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to jog this time. I'm going to run it up. Squat. Touch. Touch. Back to center. Jog it back. Let's do it again. Squat. Don't touch the feet together. Outer hand. Outer hand. Back to center. Next is what we call the weave or figure 8. We're going to walk through and make a figure 8. Try to keep your feet from touching each other when you're doing this. You know, you don't want to be doing things that I usually do. Trip on my own feet. We're going to pick it up a little. Here we go. This time, we're taking it backwards. Make sure you watch when you run backwards. Loose ball. All right. Next up is the U drill. I have 2 pegs set up, and I'm going to come back just a little behind the first peg, touch the peg, walk forward. And I'm going to pass up the peg so I can step out, step here, and with this touch and with this leg, come back. Make sure you don't trip, and touch, and walk it. Step, squat touch, and walk it back. These moves are really good if you have balance issues. You don't have to run like the football players do, but you can go through the patterns, and it helps if you're having problem with direction from, maybe you had an ear infection or a problem that's throwing you off balance. These will help a lot. Okay, I'm going to get down into an athletic stance, which my toes are ready to pop, and I'm going to run up right past it, touch, step, and I'm going to go back. Obviously, you can tell I've never played football, but I like the drills. Okay, so let's get into that athletic stance and take it up, touch, squat, here, run it back. Next up are ladder drills. We're going to start with a forward step. So stand nice and tall, keep your posture, and this will be level 1, just walking through and turn around. And this is something nice that you can do if you've had balance issues, and it's something you can do with your kids as football season starts. And just try not to step on the rungs. You can also go through on your toes. This builds a lot of ankle strength for the football players. You need stability, ankle strength, agility, and ladder work really helps. Now I'm going to jog it through on my toes. One more. I hope you're working with me. Okay, now you can take it both feet in each space, stay on your toes, okay, so those are some variations. Just pick your own level. You can always jog through, you don't have to be on your toes. The main thing always is to get the form first, so start by walking, progress to toes, progress to jogging through on your toes. You build up speed as time goes on. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. When you feel comfortable with the moves, you can take any of those moves backwards, but just be careful or have someone there as a spotter to let you know how you're doing. Always look behind you. The next one up is a side step. You step in, over, kind of pop up so that both feet aren't in at the same time. Or if you want, you can just walk through. That's really good for agility. Just moving sideways, laterally like this is unusual for us most of the time. I kind of want to go that way. You know, I want to face forward. So take whatever level you want. I'm going to kick it up a little. You can use your arms. Get a little power. This builds a lot of ankle strength and agility. Down, keep the knees over the feet. Hop in. Use your arms, hold your stomach in. Do on one side, you have to do on the other. Left. Next up are step in, step out. And we just stand to the side of the ladder, step right, left, step in, step out, step in, and pump the arms. Now, when football players are training, they're down low. They have to keep a low center of gravity. So they're down here. Breathe. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Now you can speed this up. I'm going to start right. Step, step. Next up is the Icky Shuffle. We start on the side and step in. It's almost like if you've done step aerobics, I think of it as up and over without a tap, moving forward, if that makes sense. So let's
We're from the town with the great football team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chuck Ball and all his friends are all on the beam. Go out and get them Steelers. Hey, Bradshaw and Rocky and Franco and Lynn. We love you, Pittsburgh Steelers. It's been many years in coming. Just keep the Steeler machinery humming. Defense, defense, make them scramble, intercept the ball. Defense, defense, keep the Steelers always best of all. Joe, do your thing against the other team. He's so tough from year to year. We're so glad he's playing here. Now join with me and sing the Steeler cheer. We're from the town with the great football team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers. Winning's a habit, not only a dream. Go out and get them Steelers. machinery humming. Offense, offense, take the football all the way up the field. Offense, offense, let's score and never yield. Franco, Franco, can you believe we're having a running game? The Steelers are so great and so hard to overrate. Good things will come to those who work and wait.
When building strength and doing tractor tire flips, you need to get a really low position. You want to get under it so that you can explode up with your legs. And then when you get to this point, you'll move your hands to use your chest to Don't forget to stretch. We've worked out hard today. Football players need to do squat jumps and different explosive moves off the ground. So look out for those jumping moves where they jump over the pack into the end zone. Another one of my favorite plays to look for each year is when they catch the ball and they fall, but they catch themselves on one arm, their knees don't touch the ground, and they run into the end zone. They train for chest strength and arm strength in the gym, but they also do planks, which we're going to do now. You're just going to put your hands either on the floor or on a step and get a nice straight position. Push through the heels of your feet and hold this position. And then you can just hold with one hand. And this is how they train for that type of a move, to catch yourself before you fall. I tripped up the steps and caught myself like this one day. And it really, it's a really important exercise. You can come to the side, reach up, reach over. And if this is too much for your balance, put one foot in front and you can really reach there. So let's bring it down to the other side and put your opposite hand here. Get your balance and let's just stay on one hand. While you're here, you're going to be sucking the stomach up and pushing through the heels of your feet, keeping your neck long, and then we'll take it off to the side. If you want to balance one foot on top of the other and take it up, oh, that feels good. Find more balance by putting one foot in front. Get a nice stretch here and bring it down. Still on your hands. I'm going to take a wide grip and inhale down and exhale up. Inhale down, exhale. Now stay in a straight line and breathe. Inhale down. When you get to the top, you really want to squeeze the chest muscles and squeeze the tricep muscles. That's what's going to catch you if you start to fall. Keep your knees from hitting the ground. Bring the hands in. Let's do a little bit of close grip here. Get position and breathe. This is more triceps. I stay in a straight line from the tip of my head all the way down to my heels. I don't want any action in the mid-body. Just straight line, back up. I'm going to fall in. Another good move for triceps is to come into a seated position and palms down. Walk your feet out so that you clear the step or the tire. You're going to stay nice and strong and just kind of sit here for a second. Get your bearings. Good form. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, let's keep it going. Now when you get up there, squeeze the triceps and the chest muscles. Squeeze. That's how you build muscle. You're sending all that energy into your triceps right now. So let's keep it going. Let's do 4 more of these. Inhale down and exhale up. Keep breathing. Hold it here. Inhale down, exhale up. In a seated position, ankle cross. Other side, step the foot down first, get your proper form. Cross over. Inhale down, exhale up. Squeeze those triceps. You're not squeezing the tire. We're keeping all the energy going into the triceps right now. And hold it here. Get in a chair position and hold. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Push into the tire. As we hold, lift, lift, breathe. Kick that football. Push through the hands. I felt my shoulders go down a little. I don't want to be like that. Push. Use the muscles. Quarterbacks do a lot of dips. Throwing the ball uses triceps and chest and shoulder. So you want to stay nice and strong. You'll be able to spot those moves as you're watching football this year. And then you'll understand how they get like that. How they're able to jump, how they're able to toss a ball. It's all training and repetition. Oh, I like this move. I could stay here all day. Find yourself a nice tree. Put your hands on the tree. And you're going to push into the tree. And notice my feet. It's toe, ball, heel. Toe, ball, heel. As I'm running, I'm pushing. And I'm holding my stomach in. Let's go. Push. And even if you're not running, you can stand here and just push. But it's good to get those feet dug into the ground, use those legs, and push. Lift the knees. Let's go. Push. Plyometric training is explosive elasticity. It allows the muscle to take a heavy load and also a lengthening on each play. I hope you enjoyed the drills today that we did. It'll help you look at the game a little differently because you see how hard it is to do some of these moves, actually all of these moves, and they just do them with ease. And it's because of repetition. Repetition builds circuitry in your brain. The more you do a move, the more your body recognizes that move and makes adjustments. Keep moving, and I'll see you next time. Oh.